This is Patrick Michaels with Good News Broadcast, and we want to welcome you to another edition of What's Working in New York. Today, we have the distinct pleasure of welcoming the Chief Operating Officer, Adam Blank of Sleepy's, the Mattress Professionals. Adam, welcome to our program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. The first thing that I thought of, I must have missed you guys when I lived in New York years ago. I know you've been around for a long time, 4 generations, it says. But the first thing I thought of was Sleepy's is the character from, the Disney movie, right? And I know you guys have, 700 stores? Is that all in the metro New York area?
No, we have over 700 stores. We are from Virginia to New Hampshire, all on the eastern seaboard.
Right. And you have some of the top lines I see. And, back pain is a big thing, so it looks like you've got the right stuff. But we're not here to talk about the backs and the mattresses. We're here to talk about needy children. So tell us what you're up to.
Oh, Sleepy's has partnered with the Child Welfare League of America, and we formed a program called Warm a Child's Night.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing is through Sleepy's 700 locations, we are collecting sleepwear to help underprivileged children of this country sleep warmly at night.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for pajamas, socks, slippers, robes, anything that can really help the underprivileged children of America sleep warmly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this clothing can be dropped off at any one of Sleepy's 700 locations. And living in New York, that we have a location in your neighborhood for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not positive of the address, you can go to sleepys.com, and there's drop-off bins at every one of our locations.
Right, I understand. Now, have you been doing this for a few years?
Every year, Sleepy's is involved with different charitable efforts. This is our first partnership with the Child Welfare League of America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a perfect fit because Sleepy's believes in nothing more than providing a terrific night's sleep for everybody.
Right.
And to help provide that for the underprivileged children who can't sleep warmly at night, especially this time of year during the holidays, it was just too much of a great opportunity to pass up on.
Now, it says here that the U.S. Census says there's 14 million children who live in poverty every day and 1 million more every year. And that's, I'm assuming that's in the domestic United States because that's what CWLA is all about. What's your goal for this promotion? How many kids do you want to have sleeping better in the next 2 or 3 months?
Oh, the answer is every one of them if we can do it, of course. The CWLA has reached 9 million kids a year with its donations of warm clothing. And those numbers you just quoted are absolutely correct, but unfortunately we expect them to rise in the current economic climate.
Right.
So we want to reach them all. The more clothing that can be donated through Sleepy's or to CWLA.org directly, the better we'll do, the better the underprivileged children of America will be, and the more warmly they'll sleep at night. We can't get enough clothing in that regard.
Now tell us about the hours of operation for your stores. How accessible is this program?
Well, our stores are open from 10 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the program, like I said, started in November.
Right, on the 23rd,
and runs through the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone can come to any one of our showrooms at any time.
Right.
And drop off programs.
Now, is there any requirements for the condition of the clothing before they bring it in?
We're looking for new clothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is the only condition. And again, it's anything that can help children sleep warmly at night. I think sometimes we all don't appreciate that some people are out there and they're sleeping in terrible conditions, in cold conditions, and uncomfortable conditions. They can't just turn up their heat or go grab another sweatshirt if they're cold. And we want to reach these children and help them sleep comfortably like we all have the opportunity to do.
Right. Now, how did this happen? Who approached you on this project?
Through our advertising department formed a relationship with Child Welfare League of America and started talking, and we saw it was a perfect fit.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy's always wants to be involved with charitable endeavors, but to have a charitable endeavor that fits the message we look to send, which is a great night's sleep, is just it made for a perfect partnership.
Right. So, what's the good news for Sleepy's this year? At the end of this campaign, let's say it's January 15th, we'd like to have you come back on the show, of course, and tell us all about it. What's that story going to be about?
First of all, I'd love to come back on, so thank you for the invitation. The story is just going to be about how many children we were actually able to help. Listen, if for all of our efforts we help one, that's terrific. But obviously we want to help a lot more than that. And the more we reach, the more good news will be out there.
And on your personal basis, Adam, what's your good news?
What's my good news? My family's healthy. Sleepy's is doing well as a company, and that's part of my family as well. And I'm not sure there's much else you can ask for.
Well, it sounds great. We're talking to Adam Blank, Chief Operating Officer of Sleepy's, the Mattress Professionals. This is Patrick Michaels with Good News Radio.